Do you ever feel like your avoidant ex broke up with you without a second thought? Maybe they played it cool, acted distant, and made it seem like the breakup didn't even faze them at all. If that's the case, it of course hurts, especially if you were together for a long time. Avoidance can be really emotionally reserved and hard to read. So today I'm sharing 5 signs that show that they do care about the breakup, but that they're just playing their cards close to their chest. Their attachment style unfortunately makes them deal with breakups differently, and once you understand their mindset, you'll realize that their behavior actually reveals more than you think. So let's get into it. The first sign your avoidant ex does care about your breakup is that they reach out to you a week or two afterwards. Avoidance needs space after a breakup, but if they reach out soon afterwards, it's a sign that they're struggling with that space. It could be a random check-in, a "I hope you're doing okay" text, or even something totally unrelated like asking about a TV show that you watch together. They'll act casual, but what they're really doing is making sure you're still there, attached to them. The moment they feel like you might be slipping away, they throw out a line to keep you within reach. They don't necessarily want to get back together, but they also don't want to feel like you've moved on without them. So this keeps you emotionally tied to them while they maintain a sense of control. And if you recognize this pattern, it's important to resist falling into it. Initially, people tend to respond too eagerly when their avoidant ex does reach out again, hoping to rekindle the connection. But this often backfires, since their ex gets the reassurance they need and simply pulls away again. On the other hand, when we coach our clients to stay distant enough and focus on themselves, their avoidant ex starts to feel more urgency to truly reconnect. Now, another clear sign is when your avoidant ex suddenly seems interested in what you're doing and whether you're seeing someone else now. They might not ask directly, but they'll find a way to bring it up. Maybe they ask mutual friends, check your social media, or just casually drop a "So, have you been seeing anyone?" into the conversation. Avoidants don't like to admit they care, but they do get jealous and insecure, so they want to know if you're moving on without them. If they think you're still emotionally available, they won't feel the need to make any real moves. But if they suspect you're slipping away, they might suddenly become more interested in keeping you around. Because they're not ready to commit, but they don't want to lose the option of you either. This is why it's so important to focus on your own healing and growth after a breakup instead of waiting for them to figure things out. If you start shifting the power dynamic like that, they will feel it. Now, the third sign might be a little more subtle, but it's just as telling. And that's they relate to you as though you were still together. Maybe they text you out of habit, randomly send a meme they know you'd like, or even suggest hanging out sometime. They might even get physically affectionate, wanting to cuddle, kiss, or act like the breakup never even happened. But then they pull away once again, which brings us to the fourth major sign. Your avoidant ex draws closer to you, and once they sense that you feel close to them, they pull away again. Many of our coaching clients experience this classic avoidant behavior. Their ex comes close enough to get the reassurance and comfort of knowing that they're still attached, only to pull away again and comfortably stay in their limbo of indecision. Time and time again, we see avoidant exes keeping their former partners on the hook this way, never fully letting go, but never fully committing either. So breaking this cycle is key, which is why, of course, we help our clients navigate this every day, because they treat you like a hotel room they can check into when they need comfort and check out of when it starts feeling a little too much like home. Because deep down, they're afraid that if they stay too long, they'll have to unpack their bags, settle in, and admit that they want to be there for good. The sooner you recognize this, the sooner you can break free from their push-pull cycle. If they sense that you are always available for them, they will continue this behavior indefinitely. The best thing you can do is stop engaging in their back and forth and instead focus on your own emotional well-being. Now, the final sign that your avoidant ex still cares is that if you ever bring up the breakup, they play it down. They might act like it wasn't a big deal, say it was for the best, or insist it wasn't a proper breakup. They'll do whatever they need to diminish it just enough to make sure you're still hooked, but not enough to make sure you feel reassured. Remember, your avoidant wants to keep you in that limbo. So these are the 5 signs that your avoidant ex does actually care about the breakup. They reach out to you after a short time. They want to know if you're seeing someone. They sometimes act as if you're still together. They only come close to pull away again. And finally, they downplay the breakup if you bring it up. So remember, if they truly didn't care about your breakup, they wouldn't feel the need to play these games at all. Avoidants struggle with closeness and attachment, so they'd much rather keep you at arm's length and briefly come in closer just to get their quick intimacy hit before running for the hills again. And if you let them, this cycle will repeat over and over and over again. So Why do avoidants do this? If they care so much, why pretend they don't? First off, as mentioned, a breakup doesn't feel real to them because they think they have control over it. In their mind, they can come back whenever they want and reverse their decision. Secondly, avoidants struggle with expressing their attachment. It's how their childhood wired them, unfortunately. They associate intimacy with a loss of independence, so they keep you at that safe distance to maintain a sense of control. Third, they're afraid of losing power. They are afraid of showing how they truly feel because they don't want to lose power and be abandoned. Yes, they fear the very thing they are doing to you. They want to be the one who decides when and how the relationship unfolds, even if it means stringing you along in the process. So what should you do about it? The most important thing, do not feed their sense of security that you're still attached to them, because they'll assume you'll always be there, so they never feel any urgency to change or commit. That's exactly why our Attach and Avoidant program exists, to show how you can shift the dynamic and get your avoidant ex to stop treating you like an emotional safety net. The moment you stop being the fallback option, their behavior changes. And that's when you get to decide whether they deserve another chance or you'd rather move forward with someone who doesn't play these games. So if you hear from your avoidant ex again, observe their behavior and ask yourself, are you a home or a hotel to them? Let me know in the comments. And if you're tired of being caught in this cycle, it might be time for a fresh approach. All right, that's it for now. Relationships are messy, but if you're still here, you're already doing the work. That alone means you're growing, learning, and moving forward. And remember, the way you respond to your avoidant ex can shift everything in your favor. Take power back and make the choice that serves you best.